part 4.1. Spoiler alert, part 5 will be coming up in a couple of days. But in this episode, there was video that I shot that had a lot of technical information about speaker output transformer and speaker coils, and also can-ohm voltages that I felt like was important to document for people in the future working on radios similar to this. Ouch! We're going to take a look at this speaker and try to work on it. Here's something I cannot overemphasize, and this is to document with pictures and or video. As you can see, I have labeled the wires that is going to the radio at various places, and I have numbered them 1, 2, and 3, and I have done this also on my schematic. If you'll see right here, the field coil, number 1, the other end of the field coil is number 2, and going to the plate is number 3. Okay, now what's really hard to understand sometimes is this green wire number 3 here is actually this little short wire right here on the schematic. You know, because it's this long, you're looking for a long stretch here, but actually the green wire is here. So I've labeled these. Now these will come off because I'm going to desolder and take this transformer off, because either way, what we're going to have to do is we're either going to have to get into this and see if we can repair it or replace it. Now I do have a direct replacement for this, which should just bolt right in. So I've got to drill these out very carefully, and I can just see me going through the thing with a drill bit right through the thing, you know. So anyway, the important thing is to label all this stuff so we can put it back together. The phase, now this is the humbucker coil, and if you'll see, it goes to the voice coil down in here. This one goes over to the dark wire of the humbucker coil, which goes in there. Now there's articles out there, and basically all this does is reverse. It's got a few windings in there to reverse the polarity or the phase of it, to take the 60 cycle hum, because you've got some 60 cycle hum. This is basically a choke, a dropping resistor and a choke and a magnet is what that coil is doing. And so with that humbucker coil, it has a few windings in there that's out of phase, that takes and cancels out that hum, and then it comes back here to then go to the voice coil. So okay, I've desoldered and labeled all I know where these go. I've got pictures of these too, but I got the labels on the others. So now what's ahead is drilling these rivets out without damaging the speaker cone, and pull this off. And after I did desoldered it and everything, I checked it with the meter, and it's still showing the primary is high in resistance, so tells me it's not working. So maybe we can take this apart and repair it, and then again maybe not. Removed it, drilled it out, removed it successfully, and so don't know if we can repair this or not, but let's set this aside for right now, and we'll go from there. Okay, I have the replacement, and the only difference, it's 32.719N is in Nancy, but I believe that's the same maybe a later version of it. But let's check and see with the little magic box what it's the primary is going to show us, and we'll document this for anybody in the future. That's 421 ohms and 16.78 henries. Okay, let's go on to the secondary and see what that is. Should be fairly low, but anyway, anybody in the future can test this. Now this is all out of circuit, so we'll see how that works. Got this on the secondary. So we've got 0.4 ohms and 0.01 millihenries. So that's the specs of the output transformer. Since the voice coil is disconnected, we'll test that and with our little magic box, and just for documentation purposes, and anybody in the future can look at this. And we're looking at 1.2 ohms and 0.01 millihenries. Now we're hooked up to the speaker coil itself, and let's check that. And that's going to be 1237 ohms and 168.8 millihenries. Okay, let's look at some of the calculations that we made. We said it would run about 0.6 amps, 600 milliamps. I put the line voltage to 115 volts, and right now it's running at 580 milliamps. So that's fairly in line. Now remember this 200 watt resistor, we said the voltage drop in one of the other videos was 12.36. So let's look across there, about 12.4, and we are looking at about 12.7. The next voltage drop across the 8 ohm resistor was about 0.49 or about 0.5 or so, and we're looking at about 0.485. And then the last one was 2.14, and let's see if we can check that. Get a good stick in there. Come on, come on. It's recessed. 2.13. So the 10 ohm replacement, the voltage drops are about what we expected. The total voltage drop across there is about 15.4, and I think we said it would be right around 15 or so. So 10 ohm seems to be working fine. The rest of the voltages are all in line except the plate on the on the 6, let's see, on the 6, what tube is it? 6K5.